Hello, welcome to Science Chomp. Today we're going to be looking at Charles's Law. Now, Charles's Law basically says if you take a gas and you give it some heat, it gets bigger. And the formula for this is V1 divided by T1 is equal to V2 divided by T2. Now, the condition for Charles's Law is that the pressure is also kept constant. So when you heat it up, it goes from this big to that big. That's all it is. It's very simple. Now, with this equation, V is volume measured in milliliters, liters, centimeters cubed or meters cubed, and T is temperature measured in degrees centigrade or Kelvin. Now, we only use Kelvin if we're looking at temperatures which are 0 degrees centigrade or lower. Okay. Now, the reason for this is if you try and work out the new temperature and it goes from like 0 degrees to -4, it throws all the numbers completely off. So you have to convert it to Kelvin. And the way we do that is we just add 273 to our degrees centigrade number. And that's all it is. Okay, so let's have a look at a couple of sample questions. I've got a worksheet right here, and we'll do a few questions from this. So here we are. Here's a Charles's Law worksheet. And I'll start off with, I don't know, let's just pick number 2. And it says, a man heats a balloon in the oven. If the balloon initially has a volume, so that's V1 of 0.4 liters, and a temperature of 20 degrees centigrade, what will the volume of the balloon be after he heats it to a temperature of 250 degrees centigrade? Now, first things first, from 20 to 250, that is a big increase in temperature. So we're looking at a big increase in volume. Okay, so let's have a look at that. Okay, the first thing we've got to do is we've got to come up with our equation. V1 divided by T1 equals V2 divided by T2. And what they're asking us to work out is the new volume, so it's this one over here. So let's have a look at what V1 is. So V1 is 0.4 divided by T1, which is 20 degrees centigrade, is equal to V2, which is what we're trying to work out, divided by 250 degrees centigrade. Okay, now what I like to do is I would like to work out this part first and then deal with that. So 0.4 divided by 20 is equal to 0.02 equals V2 over 250. So what we then do, let me just raise this a little bit higher. So we got that much. What we then do is this. This divided by 250 goes over there and it becomes times 250. So you end up with 0.02 times 250, which equals V2. Okay? So then we just work that out. So 0.02 times 250, which equals 5. And you have to use the original unit that was for V1, and that's in liters. So this is also going to be liters, 5 liters. And it's as simple as that. So this is how we started it off. With the equation, first of all, put in the numbers. I worked out this side first, and then I dealt with that by doing it like that. Okay? Let's have a look at another question, preferably one which works out temperature. Okay, let's look at question number 6. How hot will a 2.3 liter balloon have to get, so they're asking for T2, to expand to a volume of 400 liters? Assume initial temperature, that's T1, is 25 degrees centigrade. Okay, let's just put this out of the way. We start off with our equation. V1 over T1 equals V2 over T2. Remember, it's 1 mark just for this, so make sure you put it in. Let's put in our numbers. V1, so volume 1 was 2.3 litres, okay, divided by T1, which is 25, is equal to V2, and they're saying 400 litres, it's a big expansion, divided by T2, which we don't know, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work out 2.3 divided by 25, 2.3 divided by 25, and that's 0.092, which equals to 400 divided by T2. Now, quite simply, oh, there we are. Quite simply, what we've got to do is we've got to swap these two around. So it becomes times T2 over here, and this times 0.092 goes over there. So what we're doing is this and this, okay? So we end up with, in fact, I'll show you the long way around. So what I'm saying is 0.092 times T2, okay, let me get that down so you can see, is equal to 400. And this times becomes divide when it comes over here. So T2 is equal to 400 divided by 0.092, like that, okay? So let's work that out. 400 divided by 0.092, which equals 4347.8 degrees centigrade. It's as simple as that. Very easy, okay? And that's it. So let me just show you my working out again. So we start off with the equation, put the numbers in, and then what we've got to do is we've got to swap those round, and it gives us this, and then we end up with that. Very easy. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.